From the hallowed grounds of Fenway Park, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays squaring off against their hated rivals, the Boston Red Sox. First pitch coming your way next.
Boston Red Sox.
Just a little bit away from first pitch. And pitching in this game, Corbin Burnes. What do you got on him, Chris?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ready to go? And now for the Jays, Bobby Witt Jr. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. And the 0-1. Witt tries to hold up, appeal to first, and Woody Keller right on it. Says he held up. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Marte throws to first in time. And Witt is out. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Bryson Stott now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1.
1 out, bases empty. Gets the outside corner with that one. The 0-2.
Ball.
Fights it off. You'll see another. The other way, pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That's a strike across the top of the zone. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. In the air, left field. Abreu makes the play, and it's out number 3. Toronto nothing. Sox coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in Boston, and our pitcher in this game, Paul Skeens.
big-time arm, power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to sync things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
So stepping in for Boston, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. And a foul ball.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Strikes him out with 102. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's Ketel Marte. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Skeens, the tall righty, 22 years old. And he's a former Rookie of the Year.
That's a ball.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
And he walked him on
That's
4 pitches.
Take your base.
And that's their first base runner of the game.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
And here is Devers swinging a ground ball. Wide throw, and it gets away. Good backup, though. He's right there, and no advance.
Second baseman definitely have some pretty tough throws to make when they're trying to feed the shortstop at second for a double play turn because of the angles and difficult footwork. So it's always a difficult play, but one that needs to be made. When your pitcher gets you that ground ball that can be a double play, it's a killer when you can't get at least one out of it.
2 on, 1 out. And now it's Alex Bregman. Pitch misses there. Ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
On the ground to first, could be 2. Guerrero over to second, back to first, double play. Nice job getting over, and that ends the inning. On to the second from Fenway Park. No score. And we're back here at Fenway Park, top of the second. Here's Mike Trout.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Burns back to work. The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, former 4th-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. And another ball. But you go back and look at Corbin Burns in 2019. He threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. Next pitch downstairs. 3-0. The main adjustment that Corbin Burns made was that he got rid of his 4-seam fastball and really leaned on the cutter. That is his signature pitch. And now today, he is a cutter sinker guy, and the 4-seamer really doesn't make much of an appearance. The 3-1. There's a strike.
Count is full.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Just
Nope,
missed.
ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Missed inside with the curve. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The next offering misses. Ball 3.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Late swing, fouled off. Trout, the lead runner at second. Lindor on at first with nobody out. And ball 1. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
Next offering misses, and that's ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Fought off foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. In the dirt, blocked. Save. And the go-ahead runs at third. So on the wild pitch, 2 guys advance.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out. So this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
Base runners at second and third here. No outs. And they're all loaded up.
Ball 4, take your base.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments where everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Seiya Suzuki next up for the Blue Jays. Golden opportunity right here.
1-0.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
That to right. Springer. Brings it in. Runner tagging for third. Throw home. Not in time. The run scores. On the board first, it's 1-zip.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
And fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
You'll one. Just off the inside edge. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. That one back. Onto the track. And he makes the catch. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here at Fenway, bottom of the second. Swanson digs in. First offering, and it just misses.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Just missed.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Yeah, that's fouled off. That one at triple digits.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Outside low, 3-2 now.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone cold take.
No outs. Runner at first. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Jake Burger.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. Swanson into scoring position on the wild pitch. And there goes the double play possibility.
No, Boog, not exactly making him earn it right now with the walk and now a wild pitch. He's going to need to find a way to refocus out there, get back in the strike zone before this unravels on it.
Man at second. Fouled off. He was late. And that misses. And it's 2-1. No outs. Runner on second. Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2.
2-2. Count is full.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
First and second, no outs. Wilyer Abreu now at the plate. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Here comes the 0-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Next offering is downstairs. Swanson, the lead runner out at second. Berger at first with no outs.
2-2.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. That clips the corner.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Late swing fouled off. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Fouled off down the right side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 on, 2 outs. And now 1 and 2.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
First and second, 2 down. Up the middle, Witt. That's the 3rd out, inning over. So they strand a pair. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Red Sox nothing. On to the 3rd inning. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
And that's a little bit high. And that is ball 1.
Well, these Jays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
That clips the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2.
Just misses. And it's 2-2.
Caught a break
balls,
right
two
there.
strikes.
Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Goes down looking.
Well, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
This is Bryson Stott. There's a strike. And that is cut on and missed. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you've got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Oh, look at the stop. Jump throw across his body, and he's safe at first. That's their first hit of the ball game.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
Now Trout gets a chance to hit. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Two outs. And that's
1 ball,
outside.
1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Guerrero leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. That one
2
missed.
and 2.
That missed by
got
a
a full
lot.
count.
And the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Out to short, and that squirts through. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Now back to the first baseman,
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Walked his first time. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Two aboard, 2 outs. And that one fouled off.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
And a swing and a miss. That pays his third of the game. 2 left on. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swinging a foul out of play. And a count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next one misses. Now 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Suzuki has a beat on it. Drops into the glove. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, number 13, second baseman,
Ketel Marte up to the plate. He reached on a walk his first time. Ball 1, no strikes.
1 ball, no strikes.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the tying run is on base.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Rafael Devers. Cut on and missed at 101.
It's 0-1.
And a strike to Devers.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
And Devers hits that one. Trout settles under it. Out number 2.
third baseman, number 2, Alex Bregman.
Now it's Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 1.
Right now they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
And that's in there for strike 1. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jeff Hoffman getting loose out there. Little also throwing. Swings and misses. That is strike 2.
No ball,
good
2
late
strikes.
sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Missed inside with the curve.
Curveball kind of backed up
1-2.
on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
And he gets Bregman. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 3 innings complete. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Red Sox nothing.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Justin Slate.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, one-run game. And the batter now, Teoscar Hernandez. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. And a foul ball. Right through there for a strike. That misses the zone, and the count 1-2. Line drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Throws to second, and that's a leadoff double.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And next for Toronto, Seiya Suzuki. And delivers outside. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Brennan Bernardino, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Perez getting loose as well. Runner at second, nobody out. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Hernandez rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Cal Raleigh. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Suzuki leads off second with nobody out. That one fouled off. And a foul ball. Man at second.
No, that's outside. Ball.
Just missing there. And now it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now batting, the center field.
First and second, no outs. Brandon Nimmo next up for the Blue Jays. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. No outs, runners at first and second. Swing and a miss as he was late.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And 1-2.
That's the ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2-2.
Got him looking for the strikeout. Buckled him with the backdoor breaking ball for strike 3.
Well, that'll make you smile out there on the mound, or maybe pump out your chest a little bit farther. That's about as good of a backdoor curveball as you'll ever see. Right on the black, and not surprisingly, just locked him up in the box.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Bobby Witt Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. Right through there for a strike. Fouled off left side. Two on, 1 out.
1-2.
Squirts away a little bit. Good eye right there.
That's the ball. That's a ball.
In the dirt.
Full count.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And there's 2 down. Bryson Stott getting ready to hit. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Next pitch is outside. That one missing inside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Here comes a 3-2. And down on strikes. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. And midway in the 4th, Blue Jays 2 and the Red Sox nothing. Bottom 4, and now Dansby Swanson. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
And now it's Jake Burger to hit. Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1. And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense. One down, base is empty. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. Gets a piece and stays alive. That's off the inside corner, and the count is 1-2.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Called strike right there. 2 outs, base is empty. That one a little bit high, and it's 1-1. Next offering is fouled back. Got him looking, and he strikes out the side here in the 4th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And so the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Greg Weisser.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Vladdy needs just 1 hit to reach 200 for the season. And that one wrapped foul.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident, and there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now batting, Mike Trout. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. First pitch misses.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
2-0.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Not going to get him. He's in there.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
One out, runner at second. Lindor will hit next.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Check swing, called strike. Line drive, base hit. Here comes Trout flying around third. He will score, and it's an RBI single. It's 3-0. Man at first with one gone. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. That one's in there. Strike one.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Weiser checks the runner. Lindor back in there. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Into center. And it falls. And now 2 aboard to third. Not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Suzuki in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. It's going to fall for a hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Greg Weiser out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Pitching change here, Brennan Bernardino. First and second, 1 out. Raleigh, the next to hit. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. Dive, and he's got it. From his backside, here's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. So 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here in Boston, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, George Springer. Skeens back to work. And that misses.
That's a ball.
And it's 1-0.
You know, these Red Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Nope, ball.
Clips the corner. 3-1. And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball popped up. Stop. Moving under it. And there's one down.
The kicker, number 28,
Ryan Jeffers up next for the Red Sox. Hammered, base hit. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
And next for the Red Sox, Pete Crow Armstrong. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. On the ground right side. Witt for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now here is Ketel Marte. A walk, and he's also singled. That one ripped. Trout ranges back. Adios, Peralta. And they're chipping away. It's 4-2. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here comes the dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Paul Skeens won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So they turn to their closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
No balls. One strike.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul and a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Hoffman is just one strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, a 3-pitch save. This guy might feel cheated a little bit. Gets in the ball game, wants to show off his arsenal, and really didn't get that opportunity. But I think he'll take it. Whenever you can get that save and do it efficiently, he'll be ready to pitch tomorrow.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. Hello from Petco Park in beautiful downtown San Diego. We've got a perfect day for baseball. The Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
San Diego Padres.
About to get started here. And our starting pitcher here today, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Ready to go now. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Next offering misses down and away.
Well, Boog, the story's been told that Yamamoto's bag of tricks is an actual bag that he carries around. Inside the bag, he keeps a yoga mat, wooden blocks, tiny soccer balls, and mini javelins. He uses all of that just for his warm-up routine. Yamamoto's warm-up includes doing headstands and walking on his palms. He uses blocks to work on body positioning, hurls mini soccer balls into a wall to warm up his arm, and then heads to the field to throw mini.
Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and they come away without an out. Here is Marcus Semien. Yeah, that's fouled off. Lined into right. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
It's Aaron Judge now. Strike one. Tatis at second. Semien on at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
That one not close. Yeah, that's ball one.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yamamoto sends her packing.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. He made him pay for that one, and they tack on 3. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Austin Riley stands in now and watches strike one.
Riley is one of those players that made his presence known in the majors right away. He hit a 438-foot home run off of Michael Wacha fastball in his second at bat. which is probably the best way to make a first impression as a rookie, Boog.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Got him swinging.
Typically, that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a pitch. And that's down and away.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in San Diego, and today's starter, Shohei Ohtani. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the second baseman, Ha-Seong Kim.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And there's a foul ball. Fouled off. He was late.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next pitch misses, and a count now even up. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 1 away.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Luis Robert now. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. 1-0. Ohtani, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And that one sliced foul.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
2 down, bases empty. Stepping in for San Diego, Gunnar Henderson. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Next offering is down low. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next pitch is outside, and the count is 2-2. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Padres down in order. They trail in this one 3-0. And we're back. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Goldie, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. That misses the zone, and that is ball one.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
Ground ball up the middle. Henderson tosses to first, and they get Goldschmidt for the out.
We talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Waste no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Evan Carter, batting with one down, takes a strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Ball one there. Ball. And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Tatis in the box now as he leaves that one up high. The next pitch misses. 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
2 outs. And strike 2.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Just off the outside edge, and that's ball 3. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
First and second, 2 outs. Marcus Semien next up for the Braves. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Tattooed and gone. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 6-0.
And with the 6-run lead, there are fans that are starting to head to the exits. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is done, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching
Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Ranger Suarez.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep this score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here is Aaron Judge. Went down on strikes his first time through. On the inside corner for a strike.
0-1.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Squeezes it, and that is that. Atlanta gets 3 on the homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
That one pushed foul. On the ground. Over to Goldie. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Sean Murphy.
Here's Sean Murphy. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
Foul ball, still 0-2. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Here's Royce Lewis.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Lewis.
Swinging a foul straight back. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Outside.
2
It's
strikes.
a ball and 2 strikes.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Man at first, 1 away. That one missed. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Fires to second for 1. And it's a double play to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. We played 2 full. Braves 6 and the Padres nothing. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game. This lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
The batter, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Man at first here is Austin Riley.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. Suarez, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a curve, a four-seamer, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. Just missed. Ohtani on at first, nobody out. Slides, but it gets by him. And they're at the corners with nobody out. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
The batter number 1, second baseman, Ozzie.
So they're at the corners now. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Fastball for a strike. Runners on the corners, no outs. Check swing, no appeal.
Ball. Down.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. No outs. Runners at first and third. That's a base hit. Run scores.
The batter, the first baseman.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Grounded out his first time up. There's a strike. First and second here, no outs. And that one is downstairs. 1-2 the count. That one the other way. Kim. And one away in the top of the third.
Now batting, the catcher, Yainer Diaz.
And next for Atlanta, Yainer Diaz. Singled and scored his first time. And that's
Inside,
off
ball
the
one.
inside edge. And it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike. One down.
Got a ball,
Runners
one
at
strike.
second and third. Next offering
Ball two.
upstairs.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Headed towards the corner, and no one can get there. One run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they now lead by 9. And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Ranger Suarez done for the day, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for the
Jason
Padres,
Adam on to pitch here.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
One down. Now in for the Braves, Evan Carter. Struck out swinging his first time. A little bit high, maybe. And that's ball one. And that one is lifted in the air. Langford makes the play, and there's two away. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Fought off foul. And a foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Next offering misses down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Stays alive.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Braves 9 and the Padres nothing. Back here at Petco Park. And now the right fielder, Jackson Chourio. Ohtani back to work. Pitches in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
And that misses. Ball 1. And there's a ball. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And down on strikes he goes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Now, Wyatt Langford. That one hit to right. Judge has it sized up. And it's caught for the out.
Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Nolan.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
Arenado.
That one finds the zone. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Just missed. Gets him to chase after that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Nothing doing there for the Friars. Steep hill to climb. It's a 9-0 deficit. Back here in San Diego, new inning getting started. Now it's Marcus Semien. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball. Foul ball there. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Way high.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
2-2 now. Semien waits.
3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
Here comes Aaron Judge. 0 for 2 in this one. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Late with the swing there.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one away.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Ohtani in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Throw over to first. Semien back in. And it's fouled away. Ball to strike. And a foul ball. Simeon over at first with one away.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Riley stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Sliced hard, but foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Braves strand one, but they still hold a 9-0 lead. Ready to go, bottom 4. Stepping in, Ha-Seong Kim. And that's a little bit high. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That's down and in.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. And now it's Luis Robert. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out.
Everything came together for him. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
And now Gunnar Henderson. That misses the zone. 1-0. Robert on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. Tag out at second.
Well, they tried to press their luck a little after having just picked up their first hit of this ball game. So that caught stealing kind of stings. Can't blame them for trying to get something going offensively, but so far it's just not happening for these guys.
Two out, space is empty. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And they'll do it again. Two outs. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Padres go down quietly. And they're down 9-0. And we're back. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now it's going to be Ozzie Albies. And that's in for a strike.
You know, these Braves, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. 8 of their hits came off the bat at 90 miles per hour or harder. These batters are not getting fooled right now.
Next offering is fouled back. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Goldie steps into the box. Has grounded out a couple of times. Ball 1, no strikes. Runner at first with no outs here. Now 1-1.
1-1.
In the air, left field. Langford on his way over. Makes the catch for the out.
The batter, the catcher, Yainer Diaz.
Now the catcher up to hit, Yainer Diaz, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Close, but called a ball, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
And now it's even up.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
The 1-2. Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Carter, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Two outs. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. Last half of the 5th coming up. Braves 9 and the Padres nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Nathaniel Lowe. And that one clips the corner.
You know, these Padres, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1. So here's Murphy now. And that one upstairs. And that's outside. And the count is 2-0. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
1 out, bases empty. Cuts out it and misses. That's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
High fly ball out towards left field. Tatis reaching back towards the wall. Adios, pelota. He sends a rocket to left, and they've got their first run. It's 9-1.
That gives this offense something to celebrate for the first time in this one. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Next to hit, Jackson Chourio. Caught looking his first time up. Clips the corner. That's strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The 0-1. Just missed.
1-1.
They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This could end it. And the sweeper misses. Headed down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Next pitch, not close, up high. Out towards right center field. Carter, long run on his horse. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Now here is Wyatt Langford.
That's a ball.
And takes low for ball 1. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. And that is out of play. And misses inside. This to third. Oh, what a stop. Gathers and throws. And what a play. Ball game.
What an exciting finish to this game. An amazing play right there. It's hard for the fans to go home. They want more. They're not ready to leave and head to their cars. But an outstanding job to keep entertaining all the way to the end.
9-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long.